Welcome back. Another day, another read. And I'm happy that you're here and that you're tapped in and ready. So, first things first, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Stability, structure, slow movement, very earthy, very much in the present moment. And then we got the King of Wands. So, very ambitious, very action oriented, like very fast moving. And there's just like these two sides of you that you're starting to like balance out, or is needing to be balanced out in this current moment, because there is this indecision between you. There's like a choice that has been avoided, or an ending that's needing to be closed out, because we do got the world in reverse. There's like a cycle that's needing to be ended here, because we are being presented with like, you're like in this student-like mindset that you're still learning. You're not acting from mastery. You're still learning. And that right now you're being required to have this inner strength and resilience with overcoming like this impulsivity and taking actionable steps, because your actions right now are going to take a ripple effect in the future. So this is what Spirit's like really like warning you about. Be very intentional and very mindful with how you're balancing out these two energies within yourself, because I can tell that you just want to get things done. You want to build already, or you want to create like this change in your life, but you really gotta wind it down a few notches. Because you are in this building period within your own life, and you're very open to learning about new things. It's just you are being required to have balance and accountability as well, because we do have justice upright. And this, I don't know, I'm just curious. What kind of cycle? Okay, let's see. What is a cycle that they are feeling indecisive about closing out? I'm kind of scared because I'm like, ooh. Oh. Okay. So this is a lot just having to do with betrayal, pain, being backstabbed. There's still some emotional burdens that you're still carrying here that isn't allowing this cycle to end, and it's creating this indecisive aspect within yourself in regards to like moving forward and looking long ahead. There is still, I'm hearing the word samsara. I don't know what the fuck. I barely ever have that in my vocabulary word, but I'm hearing samsara, so look that up. But there's just a heavy emphasis, like your heart chakra. Like your heart chakra is still needing this healing. Like we got the star here. Like there's just still this healing aspect to it. And it's just like just a balancing of, nurturing your own emotions and nurturing like your structure. It's a balance between like spirit and matter here as well. That is needing to happen, especially within your heart chakra, because what you're really seeking is like the sense of security and safety. So where you can feel like, I got this. I trust myself. I know how to move forward. I know how to hold myself accountable without burning myself out, and having the proper rest, and not acting out of impulsivity or out of like this lack mentality where like, oh my God, like I'm going to miss out, because you're never going to miss out. And I'm saying like, you're done with having to defend your ground. Like you're dropping those walls down here. Heavy emphasis on like dropping those walls down, because I'm seeing that this is also impacting you. This is impacting you on having like this new beginning, because you're not letting people in, and you're having a hard trouble like connecting with people at this current time. And also emphasis, like Spirit's like also reminding you like you are a star. Like please don't doubt yourself. You have a big mission in this world. Yeah. And there's just this heavy emphasis on like addressing like this dark matter, and it has a lot to do with the emotions. Like there is just more answers to be found within your own emotions, your own psyche. and even in the dark. So whatever is in the dark is coming into the light. And you might have been noticing as of lately, maybe some emotions or thoughts or behaviors and patterns are resurfacing back up. So that way you can address it, because there's some truth and some wisdom within that. Also, heads up, like when it comes to like moving with impulsivity, like spirit is wanting you to move with wisdom and with intentionality. So forgot to mention that before I pulled out these other cards. But it's heavy on listening to your intuition. Also, allowing yourself to learn from your emotions and what your emotions are trying to convey to you about your current circumstance, and about releasing about this betrayal and pain. Because even the darkness holds some truth and it still holds light. It's the opposite. It's like the other side of the other coin. There is still truth to it. And that's where you're needing to like come into like peace and into terms with. Heavy on like a lot having to do with moon energy. So you might have Cancer placements. Look wherever you have Cancer. But there's like a big emphasis here on the moon and those emotions. There's something being reflected outwardly when it comes to your emotions, or deep within your own psyche that you're not seeing right now. And this is what's keeping you like out of conflict from moving forward. But I'm seeing like you are walking away from things that are no longer fulfilling you. That is like the next step for you, like to like move on. Just walk away. You just have to walk away and do it for yourself. Seeing a lot having to do with your root chakra. So like a lot of having to do with self-worth, self-love, self-care. Because you're now attending to your own garden. You're now attending to your emotional needs. You're now recognizing how worthy and reliable and trustworthy you really are as an individual to grow the strong foundation in future. And you can't be fucking around and finding out because you're feeling like you're missing out. It doesn't work like that. You got to be very intentional and very laser focused on your goals. And, you know, even on your healing journey, because at the end of the day, like you're the one that's going to be paying the price. Your actions hold the weight. Yes, because what awaits for you is fulfillment. There's like celebration, emotional fulfillment, even like, you know, a bright, beautiful future with a family, a partner, a relationship, even kids possibly. So you're really needing to do this for yourself. You're in this transitional period in your life where you're just growing and expanding. You're not yet at the finish line at all. You're still growing and expanding as a person. But you have to do this for yourself in a gentle manner and being patient. Patience is going to be key right now for you. Yeah. I really like this reading. I like, you know, like how you're just transitioning and growing. It's just all having to do with your emotions. Like, if you need to cry, go cry it out. If you need a journal and like really like put out what you've really been thinking and feeling for quite some time, do that for yourself. So that way it's not clouding your judgment or, you know, confusing you or creating like, you know, these scenes in your life where you're faced with conflict or pushback. So, yeah. I'm also seeing wolves being very significant here and also being around the water. So if you haven't been around water or you haven't been hydrating yourself, go be around water and go hydrate yourself. Water is going to be a very significant here thing. Very significant thing in this reading. I'm catching myself, so be very mindful. I'm also seeing a lot having to do with the solar plexus. I'm seeing yellow here. So a lot of having to like healing your inner child, attending to your inner child's needs, creativity, being in that childlike energy where, you know, everything is just fun. It's light. It's not that serious. And you're just having fun as you're growing and as you're going through these movements. But for real, address those emotions, those thoughts. 8:55, I'm saying this. And other than that, I'm going to leave the reading at this. And if this resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, leave it at the window. Do not force it. And I'll see you back in divine timing. And thank you for tapping in. Bye.